Is the inflammaging you've been told to expect actually a warning from your lifestyle, not your age?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster. Today we're examining why chronic low-grade inflammation rises with age in industrialized societies, what a new cross-cultural study reveals, and how you can lower your inflammatory burden with precise daily choices.
I'm Alara Sky. We'll walk through the evidence that inflammation is context-dependent, not a universal fate, and we'll translate that into clear actions you can take now, especially around seed oils, environmental exposures, gut integrity, light, sleep, and movement.
The term inflammaging comes from findings in older adults in places like Italy and Singapore, where multiple inflammatory cytokines climb with age and track with conditions such as cardiovascular disease, neurodegeneration, frailty, and type 2 diabetes. That pattern exists, but it isn't inevitable.
A team working in nature aging compared those industrialized groups with two indigenous communities, the Tsimane of the Bolivian Amazon and the Orang Asli of peninsular Malaysia. They analyzed a panel of 19 cytokines across adulthood. Despite high rates of active infection in the indigenous groups, inflammation levels were high, but stable across age, and did not map to chronic disease, while chronic illnesses were uncommon. The signal there was infection-driven, not age-driven.
This challenges the idea that inflammation must worsen as you get older. It points to an evolutionary mismatch. Your immune system responds to the conditions you live in. In other words, the environment can push inflammation toward healing or degeneration. That means you can change inputs and shift the trajectory.
Practically, this centers on removing the 4 E's that keep inflammation simmering: excess linoleic acid, electromagnetic fields, endocrine disrupting chemicals, and endotoxins. Then you reinforce protective inputs: whole food, sunlight applied wisely, quality sleep, stress regulation, and movement.
Start with excess linoleic acid LA. LA is an omega-6 polyunsaturated fat concentrated in industrial seed oils and ultra-processed foods. The target is to cut LA below 5 grams per day, ideally under 2 grams. That means eliminating oils like soybean, corn, sunflower, safflower, canola/rapeseed, cottonseed, grapeseed, rice bran, and peanut, and the countless packaged foods and restaurant items made with them. In your kitchen, replace them with grass-fed butter, ghee, beef tallow, or coconut oil. Avoid olive oil and avocado oil, as they are often adulterated and still contribute the wrong fat profile. To quantify your LA intake precisely, use the Mercola Health Coach app's Seed Oil Sleuth feature, which tracks to 1/10 of a gram.
Mechanistically, excess LA integrates into your cell and mitochondrial membranes, oxidizes easily, and generates toxic byproducts that alter gene expression, impair enzymes, and keep your immune system activated. This is a direct route to persistent, low-grade inflammation and sluggish cellular repair. Next, set boundaries around electromagnetic fields. Common sources, phones, Wi-Fi routers, and other wireless devices activate voltage-gated calcium channels, drive calcium influx, and fuel oxidative stress. Practical limits help. Turn off Wi-Fi at night. Keep your phone on airplane mode when you don't need it, and minimize wireless exposure during sleep and recovery windows.
Then address endocrine disrupting chemicals. Microplastics and plastic additives such as phthalates and BPA bind to estrogen receptors and distort hormonal signaling. The average person now ingests a significant plastic load weekly. Reduce plastic contact with food. Do not heat or store food in plastic. Filter your water to remove industrial contaminants and metals, and replace conventional cleaners and personal care items that rely on synthetic fragrance and persistent chemicals.
The 4th E is endotoxins, components of gram-negative bacteria that cross into your bloodstream when your gut barrier is compromised. Ultra-processed foods, seed oils, and high-fructose corn syrup worsen this leakiness and amplify immune activation. Lower these inputs, and you lower the endotoxemia signal tied to metabolic syndrome and autoimmune trends.
Rebuilding gut integrity takes a stepwise approach. If your gut is irritated, begin with easier-to-digest options, whole fruits and well-cooked white rice. As resilience improves, add starches like peeled potatoes and cooked squash, progress to cooked root vegetables, and later, more fibrous options as tolerated. Bring in resistant starches and fermented foods strategically and increase slowly.
Make whole food your default. Build meals around grass-fed meats, raw dairy, pastured, low-PUFA eggs, and cooked produce that you tolerate well. Favor fats like butter, ghee, tallow, and coconut oil. Helpful staples include bone broth, collagen or gelatin, ground beef or bison, and gelatinous cuts, such as shank or oxtail. For carbohydrates, choose white rice, masa harina, sourdough bread, and, only occasionally, well-cooked beans. Simple sugars from honey or maple syrup can fit judiciously. For liquids, organic orange or grape juice and quality homemade lemonade are options. Well-cooked peeled potatoes or sweet potatoes, beets, turnips, and quality cassava flour round out the pantry.
Apply sunlight with intent. Natural light is a strong anti-inflammatory signal, and 1 hour near solar noon can be beneficial. If your diet has been high in seed oils, delay peak sun exposure until you've lowered LA for 2 to 6 months, because UV interacts with LA in skin and increases inflammatory damage. During that transition, prefer early morning or late afternoon light and raise your intake of C15:0 from full-fat dairy.
Protect sleep and regulate stress. A consistent schedule, a cool and dark bedroom, and screen-free time before bed lower inflammatory cytokines and improve recovery. Use breathwork, meditation, emotional freedom techniques, or time outdoors to bring cortisol down and resilience up.
Move regularly. You do not need athlete volumes. A rotation of walking, resistance training, stretching, and occasional higher intensity sessions improves circulation, supports lymphatic flow, trims visceral fat, and signals your immune system toward resolution rather than alarm.
Zooming out, the lesson from indigenous populations is not to romanticize infection exposure. It is to recognize that your immune system adapts to inputs. In a modern setting, the fastest wins come from cutting LA to minimal levels, removing hidden environmental activators, rebuilding gut integrity, and aligning light, sleep, stress, and movement with your biology.
Here's your challenge. For the next 2 weeks, eliminate industrial seed oils entirely and cook only with butter, ghee, tallow, or coconut oil. Audit your home for plastic food contact and swap in glass or stainless steel. Turn off Wi-Fi at night. Set your phone to airplane mode during sleep and get daily outdoor light while you rework your fats. Build meals from grass-fed meats, raw dairy, pastured eggs, cooked produce, white rice, and, if desired, bone broth and gelatin. Track your LA intake, refine your sleep routine, and add a daily walk plus 2 short resistance sessions. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.